School's officially out for summer. Well, for some, my kids don't break up till tomorrow, but it seems teenagers and young adults around the country won't be on the hunt for a job, apparently. Yes, the summer job is under threat, with the number on offer slumping to a 7-year low. In fact, last year, only about a third of 18 to 24-year-olds had one. So, did you have a summer job, Katie?
I did. Before I got my national insurance number, so I guess I must have been about sort of 14, me and my sister had a car washing business. Looking back, quality control wasn't high because it was mobile with like a bucket and a sponge.
Yeah.
There was no hose pipe, so it was probably quite a lot of soap suds on your car at the end. And then also we had like tabletop sales at the end of the drive. So we lived in a village, and actually in my mum's garden was an apple tree, and we would sell all the apples, all our old toys. We obviously weren't paying tax, but we were 14, so it was all kind of cash in hand. And then as soon as I got my NI number, I remember being so excited about being able to work, and I got a job at Tesco, and I kept that job for the whole of college. I started on the checkouts, then I went to customer service, got promoted to the tobacco kiosk, and I was at my mum's this weekend and went back into Tesco, and loads of the same people that I worked with then are still there now, and it
really nice.
Yeah, and it got me really excited about paying for things myself, earning money, doing overtime.
Yeah, and getting up and earning money. That you know, when you do that as a teenager, that plays so much into how you see work in the years that follow.
And independence as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think I started working part-time when I was 16, and at 19, I moved on to working at the Trocadero in Leicester Square.
I
know you remember Trocadero. Always good for sort of finding love and what have you, is what you found in Trocadero in Sega World. And on occasion, if anyone was ever hanging out outside Trocadero back in the day, you'd often see me dressed as Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, my God.
Handing out flyers for Sega World.
I probably got a flyer off you.
You know what? I probably did fly you, because you used to go there on dates, didn't you?
Thank you, Charlotte.
Yeah. No, but back in the day, it was the spot to go to.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, our jobs were quite tame. Janet, what were your summer jobs like?
The first one my mum got me was, I think it's before I started college, and she got me a job at the tax office covering for her while she was on her summer holiday. So she was off for like 3 or 4 weeks, and I got the job as a temporary clerical officer, and I signed the Official Secrets Act. And then, of course, they offered me stuff in the office which I immediately messed up, like the switchboard where I got all the plugs. I was going, oh, too much, too complicated for me. But then I got put in charge of the post, which was great, because I could go round, it was Holland Park Tax Office, actually, read famous people's files.
But we need the punchline, Janet. What came next?
The next job was when I was at college. A friend of mine got a job advising. It was the end of the 60s, and London was a lot of foreign film directors wanted to make saucy movies about swinging London. So my friend got a job as a kind of I'm not quite sure, an art director or something, and he got me a job as an actual actress, non-speaking, extra, and I played a receptionist.
In an adult movie?
It was, yes. The thing is, I had like a mini white nylon overall. I had hair-sprayed silver, false eyelashes, and they took my glasses off me, so don't ask me what the action was.
So you couldn't see the extra stuff
that
was happening in the adult film?
I walked through the Turkish bars, and there was a lot of writhing going on, but I held my clipboard high.
Do you know what? The film is available, but unsurprisingly, we're not going to show it. B, how about your summer holidays? Anything a sauce?
Well, we never had summer holidays. You know, it was always working. And summer jobs, I never had a summer job. I just had a job.
Yeah.
So when I got my national insurance number, just like Katie, I was very excited because it meant independence, it meant my own money, because I didn't get pocket money because Granny didn't work. So I got my paper round first, and I did that for probably 2-3 years until I got a full-time job. I'd go to college. My college was like 14 hours in a week. So any time I wasn't at college, I was working, and so I started working at a well-known supermarket, and I was there for 2 years.
And it's just character building, isn't it? When we do all of this stuff?
It's great. I mean, it helped the community.
Was built by the adult movie.
Yeah, we know, Janet. But, you know, lots of kids are doing lots of other different things, like, you know, making their own money and sort of doing hair and whatever, and they can make all their own money. And I think that doesn't always go through the tax man. So that's not always, that can't always be registered in terms of what 16 to 24-year-olds are doing. But I think there are very few 16 to 24-year-olds that are just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. But talking of hair, he's known for his famous styles, but even David Beckham isn't exempt from a haircut mishap. This is what he posted yesterday. If he removes his hand, you'll see what happened when he decided to shave his own head. Ooh, there you go. He's ended up with a little bit of a bald patch. You know, but as we sort of said, he could just kind of shave the whole thing off. Is that even like a hair disaster, though, Janet?
I don't think that's a real hair disaster. I think, allegedly, that... allegedly, my version of events is... David, darling, I think, because I cut my partner's hair with clippers, I think he let Victoria have a go and they had a few words halfway through and she thought, right, I'll show you.
So are you suggesting that Victoria and David had a Barney? And
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But they had a Barney.
All right, you got that in.
However, it seems that they've made up because he's posted this morning. What's happened? It's coming. Here it comes. There we are. Yeah. He shaved it all off.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Ain't he done that before?
A man's hair mishap and a woman's hair mishap.
Oh, yeah. I've had some
different
major hair mishaps, which is... What I don't understand is I'm very opinionated about everything. I've got very strong views, and yet I sit in a hairdresser's chair. Whatever they say, I just go, yes. And the results have been extraordinary.
It takes a long time to kind of grow it all out.
Yeah,
We've got one picture of... I don't think this is too bad. I like this hairstyle. I think it's cute.
No,
you really don't like it, do you?
Ridiculous.
Oh, I like the bob.
I look like Beryl the Peril, who was a comic character.
It's off its time, though.
Of its time, yeah, the Stone Ages.
It. But you're right. I think, you know, when a man just goes slightly too low with the clippers, they may think it's the end of the world. It is nothing compared to when a woman has a mishap.
No.
I think when I have a mishap at the time, I always love it. And it's looking back that you think, oh, that was really bad. Why didn't anyone tell me? I mean, I used to always go with the lemon juice or the sun-in, where you would spray it all over the hair.
Lemon juice?
Yeah.
Really?
If you put it, especially in blonde hair, but also in brown hair, you go out in the sun and it sort of bleaches the hair. But unfortunately, when you do it yourself with a lemon, it's just splodges of, like,
I bet you were a teenager.
I think I'm going to have to
teenage.
make you find those pictures for me.